Welcome to the latest edition of Career Videos by the Knowledge Academy. Our today's video will be on the blockchain interview questions intermediate level. But before moving on to the session, if you like what you're about to see, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and enabling that bell icon next to it so that you would never miss out on any of the informative content that we put out. So without further ado, let's take a look at the agenda for this video. We're going through none other than the various interview questions and the solutions for the same. So let's waste no more time and get into the first question. List some of the popular platforms for developing blockchain applications. And the answer to that question is Ethereum, Hyperledger, Satoshi, Quorum, Ripple, R3 Corda, Qtum, IOTA, and EOS. Question 2. Can you modify the data in a block? Answer to that question is no. You cannot change the data within a block. You must also remove the data from any other related blocks if any update is necessary. Question 3. What do you understand about the security of a block? Answer. Well, a block or the whole blockchain is secured by a strong cryptographic hash algorithm. The block's hash identification will change whenever the block's components are altered. As a result, it provides a prominent level of security. The safety and the security of the data contained in a block are thus not a concern. Question 4. What is the Merkle tree and how is it important for blockchains? The answer is, a block is verified using a data structure called a Merkle tree. It has the shape of a binary tree and contains the block's individual cryptographic hashes. The leaf node of a Merkle tree is hash of a block of transactional data, and each non-leaf node is a hash of its leaf node. The system is similar to that of a binary tree. The resulting hash root of all transaction hashes is known as the Merkle root. It includes all transactions supporting every non-leaf node. An essential component of the blockchain technology is the Merkle tree. There is no need to download the full block to verify a single transaction in a block if someone only needs to confirm its presence. And finally, it is limited to downloading the block header chain. It enables downloading a collection of the transactions branch from the tree, which is sufficient. The hashes are pertinent to your transactions are checked. Next question. What is a ledger? List the different types of ledger in a blockchain. And the answer is, a ledger is a continuously expanding file. All the exchanges between two parties on the blockchain network are permanently recorded by it. Users of the blockchain can get into account of one of the three popular types of ledgers. First is the centralized network, second is the decentralized network, and then comes the distributed network. Question 6. Blockchain versus Hyperledger. What's the difference? Answer. Blockchain is a decentralized system made up of immutable records or blocks that are encrypted and safeguarded. A platform or organization called a Hyperledger enables the creation of private blockchains. While the Hyperledger only follows for the creation of the private blockchains, blockchain allow for the creation of both public and private blockchains. Hyperledger is a private blockchain technology with access to blockchain data and is restricted to the predetermined users, configurations, and programming. The blockchain is separated into public, private, and consortium blockchains. While the Hyperledger is largely utilized for enterprise-based solutions, the blockchain can be used in a variety of sectors, including business, government, healthcare, etc. So the public blockchain refers to the use of the blockchain over the internet in all contexts, while Hyperledger-based blockchain solutions are designed for intranet use within an organization. Question 7. Is blockchain different from banking ledgers? Answer. Blockchain is thought to be incorruptible. Not to forget the energy needed to power the computers required for the blockchain system to function. Should that occur, the person would take all responsible measures to avoid being recognized. Question 8. How are blockchain distributed ledgers different from traditional ledgers? And the answer, you can see it below in the properties, distributed ledger and traditional ledgers, where the operations are only insert operations. Then comes the performance of the CRUD, which is the create, read, update, and delete. And so on you can follow for the distributed ledger and the traditional ledger for replication, consensus, and invariance on the given table below. Question 9. Do you know the difference between the blockchain and database? Answer. Blockchain is decentralized because there is no administration present, everyone is in charge. Whereas the database, it is a centralized database, all of the data within the authority of the administrator. In blockchain, the reading and writing are rights for everyone, whereas in the database, only those with permission are able to read and write. Blockchain is a peer-to-peer technology, whereas the database is a servant-client architecture. And so goes the differences between blockchain and databases, which you can see on the given table below. Question 10. What do you understand by cryptography? And what is its role in blockchain? Answer. With the use of the hash function, the blockchain enables the cryptography to protect the user's identities and ensure that the transactions are completed securely. The data is encrypted and decrypted using public and private keys. In cryptography, a private key is kept secret from the other users on the blockchain network, whereas a public key can be shared with all the Bitcoin users. The blockchain makes use of the secure SHA-256 algorithm, which produces a distinct hash value for each input. This algorithm's fundamental property is that it will output 64 characters of conventional alphanumeric data regardless of the input you provide. It is one-way function. The input can be used to generate an encrypted value, but not the other way around. Next question. Name some of the most universally used cryptographic algorithms in the blockchain. Answer. Below are a few universally used cryptographic algorithms in blockchain. The SHA-256, the RSA or the Rivest-Shamir-Edelman, Triple DES, Ethash, and Blowfish. And our final question for this interview questions and solutions: explain what happens when you try to deploy a file with multiple contracts. And the answer being, in blockchain, deploying a file with multiple contracts is not possible. The compiler only deploys the last contract from the uploaded file, and the remaining contracts are neglected. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching.